Yeah, g'day, Bush Camping Tools here. Well, I'm often asked, how do I know when my Eco Drive is fully charged?
You can't. What?
Well, the answer to that is you can't exactly know, with the exception of the Eco Drives that actually have a power reserve indicator on them. The second thing is it possible, people have also asked me, is it possible to, after the purchase of your watch and using it, is it possible to see this power meter go all the way to the top? And the answer to that is, well, yes and no, because really at Citizen, before they ship the watches, these things are kept continuously charged with a lighting bank, specialist lighting banks. And most people at home don't have these specialist lighting banks. And as you can see now, the light here is varying. We just had a huge school of parrots fly across. Yeah, and there's clouds, and now it's getting brighter again. So it really depends on whether you've got a cloudless day or not, and whether or not you can supply 24/7 lighting if you really must insist that this power meter reads fully charged at all times. Where it's reading there now, if you're going to use these watches for scuba diving, this is more than adequate for a dive when the power meter is at this level here like that. But for regular watches, it's really impossible to tell whether they're fully charged. This Eco Drive, it's really impossible to tell whether it's fully charged or not. However, if you do give it regular bright light such as sunlight and or exposure to very, very bright lights, and at least in accordance with instructions, following the instructions in your manual that came with the watch, then the watch will serve you faithfully for many, many years to come. It's not totally necessary for full sun. However, full sun charging, if you can give it, a high frequency of full sun charging, it will, of course, charge the watch faster than leaving it under a bank of fluorescent lights or LEDs or some such thing like that. But that may not always be possible. So I really wouldn't get too hung up about it. I've made a lot of videos about full sun charging, especially in regards to not letting the watch overheat in the full sun. But in terms of keeping it fully charged, there's no way, as I said, in this watch, there's no power indicator. All you can do is the watch will indicate to you if it's not fully charged properly, and that is you'll get a skipping of the second hand. But other than that, the watch should serve you quite well if you just give it adequate light in accordance with the instruction manual. And if you're really insisting on having a watch, a big watch other than an Aqualand, something like that with a power meter on it, most of the Casios and I believe the Seikos too, solar power watches, they have a indicator on there to say what the charge state is. In the case of this GWG 1000 Casio, H for high, that tells me that the watch is fully charged, or at least charged certainly adequately to provide full functionality to all the different applications on this watch, such as the compass, the barometer, etc.